Welcome back to another reading with a healing feeling. Let's get the current energy for today, shall we? The decks are pre-shuffled with intent, but I will split the deck just in case. And this is a collective general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. Additionally, if this reading resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, do go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, and without further ado, let's get back into the reading. So for the current energy, I'm going to actually pull an oracle card or two. You have awareness. You also have reflectiveness. Okay, so that's kind of going to be the focus of the general part of the reading before we get into specifics, which usually happens later on in the readings. But I'm going to grab some tarot to clarify these cards. You have the King of Swords. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the King of Wands. And you have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, I see that you're being asked to be aware of the bigger picture at the current moment. What kind of things is it that you want out of life? What is it that would make your future feel fulfilled? What is it that would make you reach your full potential? These are the questions that we need to be aware of with the Ten of Pentacles, as it does talk about completion of a cycle or completion in general in our material world. Now, with the King of Swords and the King of Wands, I am seeing that there's currently some type of like not a battle, but a balance, I should say, between thought and action. You've currently reached a level of maturity in your life and a level of self-awareness where you already seem to have this like meaning behind everything that you do, say, and think. With the King of Swords here, the King of Wands is urging you to take action on your thoughts and the good ones, obviously, the inspired ones, because the King of Wands also talks about inspired action, and to creatively unblock yourself if you are creatively blocked, to nurture your boundaries with the King of Swords, and to foster your creativity with the King of Wands. With this balance of thought and action, we are able to achieve great things. Every action starts out as a thought, and that's why the King of Swords came out first before the King of Wands, I believe. Every action starts off as a thought and manifests into something of the material world with the Ten of Pentacles here. Now, I am also seeing with the Nine of Swords that has come out there, a period where you are aware of certain things that make you uncomfortable and potentially could have in the past made you feel anxious, worried, or unfulfilled. With reflectiveness, it's a good time to reflect on those things and do a little bit of shadow work so that you are ready for the beautiful things that are about to come for you. And I see this very strongly with the mature energy of the two kings and the 10 of Pentacles. I say it's best to be aware and reflect on these things just because we don't want to take old traumas and old negative thought patterns into our new life. Now, I want to get a little bit more clarity on this general reading so far. So I'm going to pull a clarifier or two on the situation with the kings here. You have the Hermit. I also want a clarifier on this 10 of Pentacles energy. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, that's amazing. And I want a clarifier on the 9 of Swords energy. Judgment. This clears things up quite a bit for me. So first, let's talk about this 9 of Swords clarified by Judgment. In a reflective manner, it's asking you not to judge yourself for the traumas and negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs of your past. It's asking you to hold space for the person that you once were. And it's asking you to release any internal notions of identity with who you used to be, if that makes sense. Let's rephrase that. Judgment is asking you not to tie yourself too closely to the things that hurt you in the past, because focusing on the past is rather unproductive in comparison to the beautiful future I'm seeing for you. Now let's get into that. With the Hermit clarifying the two kings, I do see that you're currently in a sort of reflective period of your life. And that's double confirmed with the Oracle card. You are searching yourself deep inside, and if you aren't, then maybe you will be. As I predicted in an earlier reading, that January is going to be a month for reflecting, especially the first 2 weeks of January, on who we want to become and what we want out of this year. Now, just because you're reflecting doesn't mean that you're necessarily isolating, but if you are, just know that that is totally okay. If you're seeing this before New Year's and you don't have plans for New Year's, that's okay too. If you're seeing this after the new year and you don't have everything figured out yet, that's also okay. The Hermit is asking you to go inward and search for that light of yours that I've already noticed in energies of past readings is starting to shine brighter and brighter in this collective. We do see the Ace of Pentacles clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, which is a beautiful thing to see in a reading because aces are beginnings and 10s are completion. So this is showing me that, generally speaking, you're going to have an entire cycle of fortune this year. The Ace of Pentacles talks about offers as well coming in from divine sources or divinely inspired sources especially. But of course, this can be from anyone. This can be from a love interest. This can be from a business partner. This can be from a potential employer. This could be an offer of going to do something with friends or family. This could be literally anything. And I'm going to say, I'll look into the specifics of that, but this isn't really an overly specific reading like some of my previous ones. So let's just get one clarifier on this fortunate offer. The Three of Wands. Okay. So it is going to be an opportunity. Okay? An opportunity for you to broaden your horizons, to almost build something, create a fleet, in ship metaphor language, to set out on new journeys, to set out on new ventures. The offer will be an opportunity of some sort. Okay? And I want to pull another oracle card and see, where is this energy leading to? Oh, we got two. Inner beauty and doubt. Very interesting. So that's actually really beautiful that we're getting these two cards. With doubt, some of you may be doubting yourselves and your capabilities at this current moment. Maybe because things haven't transpired in the way that you exactly wanted them to yet. You could be potentially seeing these readings and thinking, oh, she keeps saying all these good things are going to happen and all these things are going to come in. And this card is asking you to release doubt, to release fear, to release pessimism, to release anything that doesn't vibrate on a frequency of love and on a frequency of receiving. Because when we vibrate on a frequency of love and receiving, we attract in the things that we desire like a moth to a flame. And I'm telling you guys, this works. You just have to mentally align your desires. And, a lot of people will say practice detachment, but there's a lot of ways of looking at this. It's not black and white. What I'm trying to say is having the desires for your life to improve in whatever way it is you're looking for is not a bad thing. It's okay to want something. And just because you don't immediately forget about it doesn't mean you're practicing detachment wrong. In fact, the desire is the first thing that sparks action. And the stronger the desire, the stronger the potential for action. So before I get to this card, Inner Beauty, I actually want to get some more information on how will the collective take action in the upcoming months. Six of Pentacles, as well as the Hanged Man. So it's time to surrender to your higher self, or you can think of it as like your inner child, but I like higher self better, or like a mix of the two. It's time to surrender to the part of you that craves a purpose-driven life, and that's what I'm seeing for many of you right now. With the Six of Pentacles, I see that the way that you're going to be taking action is going to start off in small ways, because she's giving a little bit to these beggars. It's giving me the impression that you're going to start off by taking a few small actions here and there, and eventually you're going to be feeling much better about your situation because of these actions. Now, I don't want to get too specific in this reading because this could differ in different people's situations, but essentially what I'm trying to say here is once you do the first thing, the second thing, maybe the third thing, you're setting yourself up for success already. And that's how I see things starting for the collective, especially by the end of January. Now with inner beauty, I want to talk about that. Clarifying it, we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands talks about standing tall in adversity, navigating through challenges in such a way that is like graceful almost. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And I think that a lot of you are actually able to navigate situations like this because you have such beautiful souls. And I know that sounds cheesy and everything, but you will know, like, when people have good intentions, things just seem to align for them. And that's why you have this heavy Pentacles energy with the Ace and the Ten of Pentacles earlier. And that's why you're going to be taking inspired action. And a little bit more, anything else that's pertinent to this reading? The Nine of Wands. So advice-wise, you're being urged to guard your heart because you have this inner beauty, and nobody should get taken advantage of, no matter how kind they are. Now, I don't like to go to extremes, so I'm not saying it's time to, be that person that cuts everyone off and that only focuses on themselves and that goes. No, you don't have to do that. But it is important to stay kind, stay hopeful, while also guarding your heart and guarding your priorities. And that's what I'm seeing with these two cards here. And it's important to also take action on that with the Wands energy in both of these cards. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.